Well, CCTV's Clementine Logan is also in Zambia. She's been taking a look at the election from the north of the country. She filed this report.
We're at a polling station in Chingola, one of the largest mining towns in Zambia's copper belt. Now, the area was badly affected by the drop in the price of copper last year, Zambia's main export. That led to thousands of job losses in the mining sector, coupled with the rise in the cost of living and regular power outages. Many of the people who've come here to vote today say they want more from the next government.
I just want to vote for someone who will bring development in this country and provide some employment to us, more especially we youths, because we are the future leaders of tomorrow.
We have plenty of virgin land in Zambia that has not been exploited. So I want the next government which comes to invest more also in agriculture, because that will be able to deal with a lot of challenges that we are facing as a country.
There are a lot of things that we want the government to do for the people of Zambia, mostly those who are, some who are farmers. We need the people to be motivated also to uplift their standards of living.
This is Chingola's Civic Centre, where the district's votes will be counted and relayed back to the results centre in the capital, Lusaka. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has insisted ballot papers were securely delivered to polling stations here on time. International election observers are also monitoring the process across the country. You've just voted. How did you find the process?
The process was calm, and there were a lot of people. And I didn't have difficulties. When I entered there, I was directed where the instructions were clear.
When we entered the premises, the reception by the agents and the ushers was good, and the voting has gone on well.
Chingola has a significant number of registered voters and an historically strong turnout in elections. Their demands for whichever party wins are clear. Zambia's dependency on mining has impacted on the economy and people's lives here. They, like others in the Copperbelt, want a government that will revive the economy and create more diverse opportunities in the region. Clementine Logan, CCTV, Chingola, Zambia.
Well, it seems it has been a peaceful day in this tightly contested election. Let's get you more now on this. I'm joined live from Lusaka by CCTV's Farai Makutoya. Farai, certainly an eventful day across Zambia. What is the latest on the voting now? Are polls officially closed?
Well, Lindy, yes, polling closed just over an hour ago, which is 6 p.m. local time here in Zambia. But because of that large turnout, some polling stations are still voting, and that's because by law, anyone who's at a polling station, by the time polling time comes, is allowed to cast their vote no matter how long that queue is. So there are quite a number of polling stations here in Lusaka where people are still voting now as we speak. There are some isolated cases as well that have just been highlighted by the Electoral Commission a short while ago in their press briefing. A few isolated 1 or 2 polling stations where, because of logistical challenges, voting materials arrived there late, and so they will be forced to extend the voting time to accommodate the 12 hours that are allowed by law. But again, those were very limited, those were very minor and isolated cases. So yeah, vote counting will begin at those polling stations once everyone has voted.
And of course, Farai, we know that the campaign period was rather fierce as the two front runners, Lungu and Hichilema, did everything in their power to ensure they get the votes. But what are the key differences in their policies?
Well, if you look at the PF, they're riding on continuity. They're talking about all the things that they've been able to achieve over the last 5 years, and that's largely in the infrastructure development sphere. One of their catchphrases for this campaign is a local term, Sontapo, which literally means show us what you have done. And they're saying, we've delivered roads, we've delivered hospitals and universities, and they're saying to the opposition, show us what you've done. The opposition, because they're not in government, don't have much to show, but on their part, they're talking about the economy. They're talking about, the rise of in prices of foodstuffs. They're talking about unemployment. They're talking about these power challenges and the fact that this economy is over-reliant on copper, and talking about diversifying that.
And certainly a nail-biting race to the finish line. Tell us, though, how things are expected to proceed in the next few days, Farai. As you mentioned, polling still continuing in some places where those queues were very long.
Indeed, those long queues, as I said, forcing people to vote into the night. But where polling has ended, vote counting is underway. Those results will be verified, agreed upon, and forwarded to district and provincial tallying centers. And from there, there will be relayed here to the national voter results center here in Lusaka, and that's where the official announcements will be made. And also a key thing that the Electoral Commission here has been at pains to point out is only the Electoral Commission is authorized to announce official results, and it will be done right here from the results center. So I would expect that over the next few hours and next few days, people will now be watching and waiting with bated breath to find out if their votes will make a difference.
Thank you so much, Farai Makutua, live for us there in the Zambian capital of Lusaka. Of course, we will be touching base with him regularly as those results start trickling in.